5-2, the Moose Jaw Warriors beat the Brandon Wheat Kings here at the Moose Jaw Event Center. James Gallo in the Golden West Trailer and Equipment broadcast booth. Sliding downstairs to the Magri Coaches Show with Associate Coach Scott King. Scott, first off, you couldn't have asked for a better start to this hockey game. 1:44 in, Atlee Calvert gets the Warriors on the board, and then you get that second goal from Jagger Furcus. Just maybe talk about the preparation and the focus to come out to a strong start tonight.
Yeah, obviously we talked about lots of different things with Brandon, but we wanted to have a good start and get feeling good about ourselves. And obviously that's key really in most games. So they're a dangerous team off the rush. So we talked about, we had to make sure we were tight in home plate. I thought we did a real good job inside tonight, and we had to manage pucks because they're a transition team and they're dangerous off the rush. They showed that a couple of times. So, but I thought from start to finish, it was pretty solid from everybody. So definitely a big step in the right direction for sure.
Again, you have talked a lot about the commitment to come back defensively and defend and make it hard for the opposition inside your home plate area. Through 4 games, this is the best performance so far for the Warriors?
Yeah, by far. It was a huge step in the right direction. Guys are starting to buy in, and it takes time. It's they got guys coming from different teams last year, and it's a learning process, and I think we're starting to figure it out. But it's no secret where goals are scored. They're scored in front of both nets. So if you're willing to defend hard there and you're willing to get there in the offensive zone, usually you're going to have a good night. And tonight was a good night. And credit the guys; they stuck with it the whole game. And I thought there was never really there was one lull where they had some zone time on us for probably 5 minutes in the second period, but I thought for the most part we pushed back every time they pushed, and it was a great performance by everybody.
That start of the second period, do you feel as though it was a kind of hold on a little bit, lean on your goaltender to start the second? That's where Brandon was really pressing and had a good control of this hockey game.
Yeah, obviously after the first period, they talked about coming out hard and putting us on our heels, and they did that. But I thought it was a bend don't break mentality, and we stayed tight inside and made sure we keep them the outside. They didn't get any real good second, third opportunities. So Boog made the saves he was supposed to make, and the guys did a good job clearing pucks in front of him.
When Brandon was pressing in the second period, Scott, it seemed as though Moose Jaw needed a break, and that break came with your first power play opportunity where Braden Yager scored. Is that power play, do you feel, kind of the really turning point of this hockey game?
Yeah, I think it sets them back for sure. It obviously gets us feeling good again. They had a push and all of a sudden we score, and then, it kind of takes the wind out of their sails a little bit. So that was a big moment in the game. And, that's just a real good shot by a real good player. So great to see him get on the board tonight. And obviously coming back from Pittsburgh, confidence is high, and he's feeling good about himself, but we need him to be a big game player, and he was tonight.
Braden Yager and Jagger Furcus kind of driving the offense here tonight, Scott. But it was a depth pressure here this evening. Did you feel as though all 4 lines did a good job? Even the defensemen at times getting shots through. It was by committee to pressure the Brandon Wheat Kings.
It was. I thought all 4 lines did generate and were responsible in our end. And I thought the D did a really good job of opening up lanes and finding sticks at the side of the net and getting shots through. So obviously Ferguson and Yags led the way, and Pavel had a real good game and a nice complimentary player for them, and made some real nice plays on goals, and also made some really good plays on the wall. So it's just a good feeling for the group, and kind of gets us back on the right track. And obviously not much time to enjoy it back in Regina tomorrow, and those are always tough games.
Scott, a little more on Pavel McKenzie, who picks up 2 assists. It's his first Western Hockey League points. He's playing on the line with Jagger Furcus and Braden Yager, but was tonight the most comfortable he's looked so far in the Western Hockey League?
Yeah, by far. But I think those guys will help you make you feel comfortable. That's for sure. So he took one right in the throat there early in the first period, and he came back and like, oh boy, but jumped back out there. But you can see he's got he had something to the line that is missing. He's he can make plays because he's got skill, but he's responsible in his own zone. And I think the thing that makes him really good on that liner, especially tonight, was he just gets the puck in those guys' hands, and then he just goes to the net. Like, he knows what he is, and he knows what he needs to do to be successful with those guys. And he doesn't mess around. He does it the easy way, just by getting them the puck and crashing the net.
Lastly, Scott, as you mentioned, into Regina tomorrow night, rematch with the Pats after what happened on Wednesday, where the Warriors scored 3 in the third to take that hockey game. How important is the start for the Warriors? Because on Wednesday, That's kind of when Regina was really pressing in that first period.
Yeah, and you know as well as I know that in Regina they usually start fast, and then all of a sudden you look up at this clock and there's been 7 minutes are gone and you're down 3. So we need to make sure that we come out ready to go right off the bat, and can't be any slow starts there, because you start slow in Regina, usually you're down a couple. So we'll emphasize the point of starting on time and being ready to go. But the group should feel real good about what they did tonight and follow it up tomorrow night.
Magri Coaches Show with Associate Coach Scott Ging. Congratulations on the victory tonight. Good luck tomorrow in that rematch against the Regina Pats.
Thanks a lot, James.